Today's topic is Androcles and the Lion. This is a very beautiful, very nice story in which you will have to learn so many morals. While I was explaining, try to understand, and then you all are going to give me the idea about what is your understanding. Okay, first of all, I will explain the lesson for you. Long, long ago, there lived a kind, gentle, and courteous man called Androcles. Okay, these all are the adjectives, the qualities of that Androcles. How he was? He was very kind, gentle, and very care person, courteous. But he had a very cruel master. Yes, he was working somewhere, and with whom he was working, the master, the boss was very, very cruel. In those days, kings, nobles, and other wealthy men used poor people as their slaves. Okay, so how he was? He was a very poor person. That is why he was working somewhere now. So the king, the noble person, the noble means the person those who are very good with the wealth and all that, and the other rich person. Okay, so I was talking about the Androcles. Who was he? He was a slave. Slave means working under someone. Okay, and he was, how was he? He was very kind, gentle, and courteous. But under whom he was working, the master, the boss was very cruel. Okay, he was very cruel. And at those days, means when it was long, long ago, the people, those who are very rich, like kings and the noble persons, they are having a slaves, the one who is going to work from them. And the Androcles was the slave. He was working for some other king or the noble person. Okay, so the slaves were forced to work for their masters. They have to work. They don't give any kind of excuse. So they are the slaves and they have to work for their rich person. They had to do what their masters told them. Whatever work is given by the boss, they have to do it. The masters have to just force them to do the work. Okay, they had no freedom, no rights. Okay, what? The slaves, the one who is working under that master, they don't have any kind of freedom. They can't live their own life. They just have to work for the master. They don't have any kinds of rights. Even when they were unhappy with their master, they could not leave him. Okay, if the master is not good, if the master is very bad, treating very badly, if they wanted to leave the job, they cannot. They don't have that right. They don't have that authority to leave the master. They were bound by law to obey their masters, however wicked he might be. Yes, in the long, long years ago, they were having the bounds of law where they have to listen to the master. The boss is always right. So, whether they are wicked, whether they are good, whether they are following or not giving anything to eat, but then also the slaves cannot leave the master. But Androcles did not like his master. As it is mentioned, he was very cruel. He never liked the master. His master starves his slaves and often whipped them. Starves means not giving anything to eat. In that, okay, just a minute. So he did not like the master. The master was very cruel. He was not giving anything to that slaves to eat. He was just beating them. So he was very cruel. Androcles felt that even death was better than serving such a master. What the Androcles said that I don't wanted to work here. I want to commit the suicide. I can death. I can go to the death, but I will not serve this master. I will not work at all for this master. But then in his mind, he thought that just committing a suicide is not a good option. I may have other options. So he kept looking out for a good opportunity. He was thinking for the opportunity that he can get from the master. At the first chance he got. Okay. So the golden opportunity arrived and he got a chance to escape. He escaped from the clutch of his cruel master. Clutch means the hold. The hold. So he escaped. Escaped means running out from that place. Now, although Androcles had thus ran away, he was not a coward. Coward means he was not a person who can be having a scared or who can feel ashamed. He was not a coward person. He is a brave man. But then also he ran away. He took a shelter in the forest. Where did he? He escaped from that master and got and hide in the forest. He made forest as his home. He was not afraid of the wild beasts that roamed in the forest. Yes, he said, na, the death is better than serving the master. That is what he decided, that I can survive in the forest, but I will not go back. He did not mind that he had no roof over his head. He was happy that he was free as a bird to go wherever he wished. Yes, he was a free person now. He can go anywhere, wherever he wants, and he don't have to serve the cruel master. And in that happiness, he was satisfied. But one day, as he was wandering in the forest, okay, wandering in the sense, roaming, moving here and there in the forest, he suddenly came face to face with a lion. Yes, in the jungle we have a lion. So he came in front of that lion. His first reaction was to turn and flee. What? He can just turn and started to run. He can just vanish it. But then he saw the lion had no moved on seeing him. When he started to run, he saw that the lion is not running behind me. He don't wanted to catch me. But it neither growled nor roared. The lion is not giving any kind of actions or reactions to his appearance. In fact, it looked at him pitilessly as it was in a great pain. Okay, so how did the lion is looking very pity? Okay, piteously means very kind and very need and help. Like that, we look at the person. Yes, I need a help. I'm in a very troubled. So he looked at him very piteously. So Androcles paused. Suddenly he stopped. Paused means he stopped there. Then he moved very cautiously towards the lion. Very carefully. Cautiously means what? Very carefully he gone near to that lion. Step by step. He was having the threat that the lion can eat me. But then also, he was a very brave person. He moved towards the lion. The lion moaned and whimpered. So what? When the Androcles went near to that lion started to say that, please help me. Its eyes seems to say that. It was not actually talking, but with the expressions, with that feeling, Androcles came to know that lion needs my help. I have to help him. When Androcles drew near, okay, when he went near to that lion, the lion lowered its head and began to, wait a minute. So he went near to that and the lion wanted the help. So what did the lion then? He just lowered down his head and he showed his paw. Paw means his leg. One of the leg of the lion is called paw. He began to lick its paw. The Androcles saw that the lion's paw was wounded, sore, and swollen. Okay, he's having injured. He got hurt. Okay, lots of blood is coming from his paw. On a closer look, Androcles noticed that the big thorn had pierced one of the lion's toe. So this is the cause the lion is distressed, thought the Androcles. What? The Androcles found that the big thorn was in the stuck into that lion's toe. And because of that pain, he has the swollen paw and he was very distressed. Summoning up all his courage, Androcles stretched his hand slowly towards the injured paw. He had afraid that the lion would attack him if he touched the swollen paw. But the lion seems to understand his good intention. The lion was knowing that I'm injured and Androcles wanted to help me. And that is why when Androcles tried to stretch the throat from his leg, the lion seems very calm. Androcles took the paw in his left hand. Deftly, he pulled out the throat. He tried and he pulled it out. Then, tearing a piece of his own cloth, the kind man bound the lion's injured paw. What? The lion, Androcles, teared his own cloth and wounded or wrapped the clothes on his injured paw. To his surprise and wonder, the lion licked his arm so that it shows the gratitude. Yes, when we are very humble, when we are wanted to show the gratitude, what we do, we just not we, but the animals, what they do, they started to lick the arm, okay, with their tongue. Androcles remained with the lion till it took he could walk again. Okay, the lion was injured. He can't move with that paw. So what did the Androcles decided? He will stay with the lion for being cured to that. He would hunt in the forest and share the food for the helpless beast. Okay, he every day he went for the forest and he brings the food for that lion. Every day he would clean and dress up the lion's wound. Soon the lion was able to move. The lion was not at all hurt now. He was cured. Many times it followed Androcles whenever he went. Okay, they both were the friends now. The lion was very fond of Androcles, and whenever he goes in the jungle, the lion followed him. In the meanwhile, Androcles' master had complained to the authorities, and his slave Androcles has ran away. Okay, as we complained to the police station, like that, Androcles' master had complained to the many other authorities to catch him. Okay, the soldiers were went in all the directions to catch or capture the Androcles. They searched for him high and low, but could not find him. They were searching the Androcles everywhere in that town, but they could not able to find it. But when they decided to search in the forest, at last they came to the forest and they caught the Androcles. They caught the Androcles alive. Okay. The remaining story we will see in the next lecture. Okay, remaining half story we will continue in the next lecture. Till today, we are going to stop over here. I hope you must have understood the story. Androcles, as a very kind person, he helped the lion, and the lion was treated very nicely. Okay, this was all about today. Let us continue in the next lecture. Bye, everyone. Enjoy your